All right.
I got it. I'm sorry, guys. Hey, what's going on, guys? It's me, ATARi HMB. How's everyone doing today? Sorry about that. I had to see what you guys are gonna be like. Hey, yo. So, what's going on, guys? It's me, ATARi HMB, and with me today we have your boy Roz and Andre. Go ahead and say what's up to the chat, guys.
Hi, guys.
Oh God.
It's me, Roz. All right, that's all I got.
You better stop playing. All right, guys. So, as you guys can probably see from the title, I just want everyone to know that today's stream is going to be very interesting. Obviously, it's for particular reasons. We are going to be discussing about why Frieza, in this case, is, well, and Gohan, in this case, are going to be exactly as you see in the title. And before we begin, we got to understand a couple of basics, all right? It's not going to be a cakewalk, all right? There's a couple things we got to talk about. So, what I mean by today's current stream is we're going to be dealing with the power scaling of Dragon Ball's current meta, and we're going to talk a little bit about why I have this title, as you may see in the first place, and exactly what does this mean for the rest of the franchise, what does it mean for other characters, how is this possible, this doesn't make any sense, that is crazy, I mean, Goku's not even multiversal. We're going to discuss all of that, alright? So without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. So I want to go ahead and talk a little bit about what exactly we had a discussion on last stream. Before we go about that, it's important that you guys understand that most of this comes from majority of evidence that we have collected over years. I want to just say that before we begin, just give credit to Andre for finding these scans, because to be honest with you, even I had no idea they had so much credibility. So, let's go ahead and...
Everyone get a quick hand clap to Andre in chat real quick.
I know, for real.
Because this is happening because of him. Give him a quick clap in chat.
Yep, Andre is the reason this stream is occurring.
I didn't know it was possible.
Oh, yeah. So, let's go ahead and, without further ado, let's really dive deep into this. And you know, I'm thinking we're missing. So right now, all right. So guys, we might need our Kuwabara. I mean, not our Kuwabara. We might need our Hiei. All right. So we got everyone in here. We need our fourth member. Where's our Leario? We're gonna need Stride. Where the hell is he? Oh wait, we're not in the stream chat.
I was gonna say we're not even in the server.
All right, guys, let's migrate. Let's instant transmission to the stream chat.
All right.
All right. Hey guys, it's me, Goku. I'm here in a stream chat. All right, so let me go ahead and pull up a. There we go. That's gonna look nice. Yeah, there we go. There you go. There you go. Wait, Andre, are you here?
Yeah, I'm here.
All right, perfect. What happened to Roz? Oh no. There he is! Now, to only find Stride. Stride, get in here, you green goblin.
Eh.
All right, so.
Hey, Peter.
Hey,
It's me.
There he is.
hey, how's it going? All right, the gang's all here, chat. So let's go ahead and get started on this discussion. So first and foremost, I just want to let everyone know that most of the information you're going to see is not completely falsifiable. I mean, wait, it is falsifiable. As in, it's not going to be as 100%. Actually, you know what? It could be 100% concrete. Let's just say, put it this way: it's up in the air. But this is something to really get the discussion flowing. So I really want to talk about it in terms of where we're coming at with this. So let's see how many of you guys in the chat, let's some fires in the chat. I want to know how many of the people in stream today are aware of the Dragon Ball cosmology. If you guys are aware, the Dragon Ball cosmology is like at least beyond 7th dimensional. Just put some fires in the chat. If you believe it's at least around 7th dimensional or beyond, put some fires in the chat. Let's see how many people are up to date. By the way, how's it going, Stride? How you been? Man, I feel like Zuckerberg when he talked to the space station. There he goes.
Quiet.
Okay.
No, I'm playing. It's fine. So you got a new Dragon Ball scaling?
Oh yeah, absolutely. We got just not only new scaling, but we got some more stuff we're gonna be talking about. It's gonna be very juicy.
It looks like Team Urameshi's all here.
Pretty much.
All right.
And I'm Kuwabara because I'm the tall one. No, I'm just kidding. Let me see.
Are you taller than me?
I don't know. I'm 5'9.5", so.
Oh, you're only 5'9"? Dude, I'm like 6 feet tall.
Yeah, only. You know what? Goku's 5'8", so shove that. And Baki's 5'6".
I'm 6 foot on the dot, so.
I hate both of you.
Yeah, I'm also 6 foot on the dot.
All right, your turn.
Atari's like a freaking manlet.
All right, so whatever. Yusuke is the same height as me, so. Oh my gosh, Harvado, let's go! Thank you so much for the $4.99 donation by Harvado. Man, thank you. Yo, I appreciate it so much. Oh my goodness, this is already starting off crazy. Haven't even been 15 minutes in the stream. I'm already getting bodied. Man. So I want to
Nikocado, Harbacado coming in.
Exactly. All right, so thank you again, Arvado. Going on with most people in the chat seem to be pretty familiar, so we're gonna go ahead. I'm gonna go ahead and just kind of run this through with a couple of people. So I wanna go over a couple things in this discussion today. We go ahead and open up my notepad because there's gonna be some notes that need to be taken down and jotted down. Okay, so first and foremost, let me talk a little bit about the cosmology anyway. For those who may come and see the stream, they may come from a different viewership. They may come and see it like, oh, Adrian, I never heard of this. What is this all about? So before we get any of that, let's go ahead and take a closer look here. So as you guys can see, I've talked about this before, but to really go over it, this is going to be very important. So we have the observable universe. As we discussed before, you can find information on that. Daisenshu 4, page 54, and page 20. All right, infinitely expanding. Both page 54 and 20 say it's infinitely expanding. Pretty cool. Straightforward. All right, you get it. Now, moving on. The room of spirit and time is considered a separate dimension, but we don't really know if it's a higher dimensionality. So because of that, I usually keep it, it's obviously 4D because it holds time, and it's as big as Earth, and it's extremely durable. But I don't like to assume. Now, I know a lot of people like to bring up the recent arcs. So obviously, I have the scan here, and we're gonna hear as Goku says, Frieza says, "I've been spending some time in another dimension, you see. So perhaps I wasn't being counted as part of this universe." What? Other dimension? On one of my many conquered worlds, I happened to come across a chamber where time flows differently than the outside world. A room of spirit and time? Now, most of the people, this doesn't really technically mean that Frieza was, so let me just make this clear. This doesn't necessarily mean that it's not part of the macrocosm. Rather, Frieza says it's more so on a remote planet. And this is likely the one he found with Miris or a different planet. Could have 3 rooms of spirits in time. It's pretty good. But regardless, we cannot assume that it's separate off of the premise that because Frieza could just be talking about the observable universe, the general living world. The afterlife doesn't really count time. Which, by the way, Andre has even more scans to support that. But the main thing is that this is what we're getting at. So we cannot assume that, that means the cosmology got to improve there. All right, so it's like, no, that doesn't really improve it. Because people could just say, all right, room spirit time has always not been part of the universe, so that's all it means. It just means as long as you're in a different dimension, you don't count towards the dragon's wish. All right, cool beans. Nothing crazy. So, with that said, now that we understand this, you might be asking yourself, okay, so how the hell does this have anything to do with Gohan and Frieza being anywhere near Hyperversal? All right, so first and foremost, now let's talk a little bit about the dead zone. I gotta capitalize on this again. Dead zone, for those who don't know, the dead zone, as we stated many times, is definitely going to be a higher dimension. It's considered hyperspace, all right? It's in hyperspace, higher dimensionality, pretty cool. Time room. Past, present, and future all exists within that room. Cool. So, all of this contained under the ensemble of the living world known as the 4th dimensional plus type of a structure. So, again, it's all about a low multiversal structure, bare minimum, and that's really impressive. So, the fact that we have a low multiversal structure known as the living world where life and death occur, that's awesome. Now, most people may be saying, but Garlic Jr. is a filler. Okay, well, and it's also a movie. Okay, good. Again, I'll have you know that Toriyama did say that movies take place in a different dimension. So movies are canon. They're just not part of the story we're exploring. So it's like, example, the movie takes place in Earth 600, whereas our main story is Earth 616, all right? That's pretty much how they're treating Dragon Ball at this point. Roz, Andre, Stride, you guys kind of agree with that notion so far?
Yeah, I agree.
Well, so far, yeah, I agree.
All right. And now we jump up. Seguro space. It's in GT. GT, Toriyama also says, it's a side story. It's part of Dragon Ball. It's just a side story. So, does the Seguro space technically exist and we just haven't seen it in Super? Perhaps. But because it doesn't have a known dimensionality, as I've put unknown size here, we're not going to really count it towards being a higher dimensionality. We know it's higher than the living world, but we don't know if it's higher than the afterlife. Sorry about that. I got a phone call. Anyway, back to what I was saying. The main point of what I was trying to say for the stream is that, again, people don't really realize that... Hold on. Get the call again.
Gotta shut down the stream.
All right. So anyway, as I was saying, Seguro space is unknown size based on what we know. And because of this, we really can't assume that it is like a higher, infinitely greater than the 4D realm below. So again, we don't never want to jump to conclusions that are never confirmed. So I just want to make this clear because a lot of people who come to the stream or people who may be new, people who come from Versus Battle, Comic Vine, or wherever, other people's channels, they may say, all right, but does he have any evidence to substantiate most of his claims? Most of them seem like headcanon. I want you guys to know that most of the conclusions drawn are never from headcanon. Never. They're officially stated, and it's just an assessment made based upon those pieces of evidence. All right? All right. So with me so far, pretty good. All right, everyone's with me. Now let's continue moving on. Let's go to the other world. So now we got the other world. As you know, it verbatimly states it transcends all dimensions in the temporal world. Takeo Koyama confirms it. Daizenshuu page 18 of Daizenshuu 4 confirms it, written in 1995. Fusions conform. Well, we just talked about them. And then not only Dragon Ball Z episode 8 in 1989 confirms that it's a separate, space time, but Akira Toriyama also confirms it. So, again, what do we have to question? Now, what I didn't even put on here is Fusion Reborn also does, because it talks about the eternal laws of nature. Now, I've read that on my last stream, so I don't really need to go into it again, but in case people are curious, let's go over it again and say, and let's just put nature. So for those who don't understand, the laws of nature just so happens to deal with, like you see here, let's see here. All right. Nature. There we go. Now let me put law. There we go. Now let's find the law of nature. Here we go. A law of nature is a rule conduct arising out of the natural relationships as human beings established by the Creator, and existing prior to any positive precept. Thus, the law of nature that one man should not injure another, or murder, or fraud would be crimes independent of any prohibition from a supreme power, aka morality. Morality, law of nature, very similar concept they use in Yama Buddhism as well, not just Christianity. So Yama Buddhism, you are punished based on your good deeds and morals you do to other individuals. That is exactly what Dragon Ball follows. Even Yu Yu Hakusho follows that. So in that case, very obvious laws of nature in that context and reference to higher dimensionality of creation. You can find further more information off the Yama Buddhism if you go a little bit into it, but that's not just based on Yama Buddhism itself. It's just the fact that that's another supplementary piece of evidence the afterlife is a higher dimensionality. Kashin realm is 1/10 beyond all that was below. 1/10 of that. How can you get 1/10 of infinity? It's really confusing, and it's not very clear of how they mean, but what it really means when they say 1/10 of all that is below, it just means that Toriyama's map, it just literally means that as far as the map goes that Toriyama drew, it's 1/10 of that. So it's not that it's 1/10 of infinity necessarily, because it could be a larger infinity as well. The afterlife is considered to be not part of the lower realm. As again, he's like, why is Goku in the lower realm? So again, the afterlife is part of that higher dimensionality, including the Kashin realm. But when they say the Kashin realm is 1/10 of it, what they're really trying to say, and I'll go ahead and show you guys the image on screen, is they're trying to say the afterlife is more so, or sorry, the Kashin realm is more so 1/10 of this big giant ball and bubble you see here. That's all they're saying. So it is also infinite, but it's just part of this. Now, the planet ain't infinite, but the space that envelops the planet and the multiple stars, or in the anime, moons, is the space there. The actual realm is infinite. More than likely to be the case. Now, so far, so good. Very straightforward, very simple in it. Now, I don't need to talk a little too much about what goes beyond that. The macrocosm, which is containing everything within itself, which is 6D. Then the reason we say it's 6D is because it's infinitely greater, because how can you contain the infinite infrastructure of the macrocosm but be infinitely greater than it itself? But you have to be a greater infinity to contain it. Go into the neutral zone, which of course holds 12 of the macrocosms, within the space itself holding numerous stars that seem to envelop into infinity. Axiomatically, in order to contain several infinities below you, you have to be a greater infinity, because you cannot contain multiple sets of infinity without being yourself a higher infinity. It wouldn't really add up to that case. Now, I know there are people who suggest, well, how do we know it's not a finite 7D size place, but the 6 dimensionality is lower? Well, no, that's not going to be the case, because we know the Zeno realm goes right into it. It'd be very silly for them to not do that as well, and it conflicts exactly with the patterns they've been going with. Next, you go to the Zeno realm, which is likely to be the afterlife of the actual neutral zone. This is also implicated the way Zeno treats macrocosms. He seems to treat them as pieces on a board. Literally, they're literal games to him. Like, we're talking Umi Neko, not the Golden Witch Stride. But yeah.
Yeah, not the Golden Witch, hopefully.
That's Beatrice, the Golden Witch, to you, okay?
Are you really Beatrice the Golden Witch?
Yes, Beatrice, the Golden Witch.
I can't believe you are the Golden Witch, Beatrice.
That's Beatrice, the Golden Witch, to you.
Wow.
Oh no.
Academy by meeting Beatrice.
That's Beatrice the Golden Witch.
Oh, I'm sorry, Beatrice the Golden Witch. You're so powerful, Beatrice.
I am powerful as Beatrice the Golden Witch. But
Jesus.
basically, so the timeline contains all of what was stated as a nexus. That much is obvious, but Fudamase confirms there are infinite timelines within Dragon Ball. Dragon Ball already implies that themselves within their other pieces of media. So, I mean, we're pretty much getting information regurgitated. So, most of this information is very straightforward. Now, as far as which ones are very, very, very concrete, everything around here, the sixth dimensional macrocosm, concrete, objective, no questions. Now, if you're talking about the neutral zone, I can understand why people are a little skeptical of the neutral zone. I can get it, because there's no guidebook on the neutral zone. We know it exists. We know that's what Champa calls it, the neutral dimension. We know it exists. We just don't have a confirmation, like we don't have a author statement that it is infinite. We have an implication through series of axiomatic occurrences that it's infinite. We have the Zeno world, which implies it's infinite. I mean, I don't know why Zeno's world would be finite, but whatever. That would just conflict with the way things work, but whatever. So I get we don't have author statements for the neutral zone, the Zeno world, but considering the way they treat the Zeno world to be bigger than the world of Void, yeah, I don't know, fam. I don't know. I mean, I literally have a gif of the Grand Priest constructing the world of Void in the palm of his hand. And he literally confirms, oh, you could fight in the world of Void to your heart's content. And this is coming from the same place where Zamasu took over the entire multiverse. You know what I'm saying? So if the world of Void is more durable than an infinite Zamasu, then I think that kind of answers the question on where it sits. But regardless, I digress. So this is kind of to give you an idea of the Dragon Ball infrastructure. We say 10th dimensionality, but in reality, I mean, if you really don't want to conclude the afterlife or something, I'm going to tell you that the information we're going to share today is still going to objectively put it around 7th dimensional potentially or greater. Bare minimum. Now,
Yep.
now that everyone has understood the very basics and we went over the annoying stuff, let's go into the meat and bones of the entire discussion. Yeah, the meat and bones. I know people have been wanting that piece of that chicken for a while. So let's go ahead and dive right in. Alright, so guys, we're going to start showing off some of the scans that Andre was able to bring forth to the table. Now let me ask you guys a question. This is going to be an important question, alright? This is going to scale to Frieza in a very interesting way. And I want to know how many people... yeah, boy. How many people know about a very particular feat performed by one of our homeboys? I'm talking about this. Oh yeah. How many of y'all enjoyed this? Or how many of you remember that? Stride, Roz, how many of you guys remember this feat? I'm going to go ahead and post it in the DMs. How many of you guys remember this feat?
Yeah, I remember it.
Oh boy. The most underrated feat that's happened in Dragon Ball. And finally we get context on it. So let me ask the chat, how many of you guys actually got context of it before? And if you never got context, let me get a 0 in chat. Because let's be honest, they didn't tell us crap about this feat. They just kind of had it happen and we're just speculating. But how many of you guys actually know what the feat is? And if you don't know, put a 0. And if you do know, I don't know, put a 9.
Wait.
Yeah, Stride. We know. Yeah, Stride. You didn't know about this, Stride.
Broke the
But,
dimension.
well, Stride, guess what? It's just deeper than that, fam. We actually got context on it.
From the light novel of Broly?
Nope, even greater from the author, Toriyama.
Oh, what does he have to say about this?
Hey, Goku, ready? Ready? All right, so we got a lot of nine. We got a couple nines in the chat. A couple people do know about the feat, or they know at least they have a quantification for the feat. Oh yeah, Vegeta scales from the author. Oh boy! All right, so the person who can read binary would be like, why are they saying pee pee? All right. Oh yeah, that's true. All right, guys. Anyone in the chat who's ready for the feat? Let me get some fires in the chat. So we're gonna go ahead. Drum roll. All right, let me.
You're
stop.
just teasing them now. Come on, let's go.
All right. My bad, man. Let's go, Mickey. All right. So let's go ahead and get the first scan. Roz, would you like to do the honors?
Send it to me. I will read it.
Again, thank Andre, everyone. We gotta still get fires in the chat for Andre because this is like crazy.
Yeah, give them all the fires. Let's go.
Go ahead and read it. It's Roz. It's on stream. It's on screen.
All right. Gogeta fires a Kamehameha, and Broly matches it with his own attack. Suddenly, the fabric of reality cracks and shatters like glass or ice. They fight in an odd landscape of colors. Broly powers up one more time into his full power form, and Gogeta skips straight to Super Saiyan Blue, never giving Broly a chance to catch up. They crash through several dimensions, eventually clashing so hard that they end up back in the real world.
Oh, hold on. How many dimensions?
Several.
Nah, one dimension, right? Did I say one?
Nah,
This says
several.
Are you sure it's not like what?
You know, hang on. Let me put my old man glasses on real quick and just get a good look. It says they crash through several dimensions.
Now, it says here, Broly is raging, but Gogeta just laughs smugly, and this is his fight. So obviously we get a little bit more of the context of what had already happened. Now, I'm sure there's been people who've seen this game before, but the key here that we're going to be looking at and highlighting is going to come into one of the other scans that I was surprised to see myself. And there are people who probably already seen the scan itself, but to me, I haven't seen it. And if I haven't seen it, and nobody else is talking about how this improves the cosmology, then we got a problem. Alright? So let's go ahead. The next scan comes up, which is freaking blurry. But, yeah. Let's look at our next scan. Roz, would you care to do the honors again?
I will happily. Oh, good. These are really blurry.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you gotta put those glasses on.
Yeah, let me just.
Now, again, this is just opening up possibility. As I've said, it's a possibility.
All right, I'll just start with the top one first. Speaking of Dragon Ball, a powerful and intense battle in the movie Dragon Ball Super Broly. A battle full of immersiveness that has never been seen before will be unfolded. CG images play an important role. This time we asked Mr. Yuji Yoko, Mr. Kai Makino, and Mr. Takuya Fukunaga, who create super dimensional images with CG.
Hold on, read that again. What?
They create super dimensional images with CG.
Super dimensional. I never heard of the term Chou no Jigen before, unless I've been playing. I've never seen the term Chou no Jigen, which usually comes from the term super dimensional that you would see in Sonic when he fought Solaris. Usually you use super dimensional when you're talking about a higher dimensionality because Chou is to be beyond, because the term super. But continue.
To talk about the work of CG production and the highlights of the production unique to CG. Okay. Now from Yoko's. If you give this software information about an atmosphere like this, the software will create a CG world that says, how about something like this? Seeing that, we are also surprised, wow, it looks like this. I express different dimensions in mathematical formulas and make them 3D.
Whoa. Hold on, read that again.
I express different dimensions in mathematical formulas and make them 3D.
So obviously he's using math to make the images in the CGI 3D is what he's talking about. But what does this tell you about the context?
I'll let Andre and Stride take part in this one to answer if they're still here.
That's true.
Multiple dimensions, I'm guessing.
Also,
Okay, stop. What is
I apologize. I said Toriyama. I meant to say Yoko. Yoko. I meant to say the devs who worked on the movie under his supervision. But anyway, regardless, you get the point. I
No,
basically.
what were you saying, Andre? Andre was saying something. What were you saying, man? Oh, he's talking now.
me?
Rick.
Okay, so I'm guessing since Broly and Gogeta were crashing through like several dimensions and shit, and this is supposed to be higher mathematical dimensions, this would mean that, well, super dimensions in this context can mean higher dimensions. Then that would just mean that Gogeta is pretty busted, and so is Broly. Putting it lightly, of course.
Right. So when you see something like this, and I know it's the fact that he's using different dimensions, and he's saying he's using it in mathematical formulas to make them 3D. Now, most people's like, oh, is that how he's makes CG? Like, no, everyone can do computer generated imagery. We all know how to do CG. He's expressing how he made the dimension, the super dimensional images, in that background battle that they had. That's how he was able to get that background to look so freaking, crazy. And I think that's important. Now, again, let me just correct myself. I didn't mean to say Toriyama's confirmation. I meant to say a dev through the supervision of Toriyama statement. But anyway, I do want to talk a little bit about, and again, I do want to make this clear. Some of these translations could use some work. Specifically, let's see here. There is a context about talking about the different dimensions they fight through, which I'll put it on screen. So this statement here, this is again another scan that just really just talks a little bit about the different dimensionalities. Not different dimensionalities, talking about the different dimensions they fight through, which I think is still very important, specifically because it really helps formulate a lot of what we're reading, or at least makes it more concrete. So I do want to say I do appreciate that, because it does say in the latter half of the battle we changed the scene, and then it talks a little bit about how they go into a different dimension. So that's something that's really cool, that they talk about the shining objects and being in a different dimension. And then it goes over Toriyama, how Toriyama had, and this is the part I said about Toriyama, where Toriyama had them plans to fight into the core of the sun. I'm sure people have heard that before, or to fight on the surface of the sun, and then fight in the core of the earth. And I think this is really good because, again, it goes to show that that's just the plans they kind of had. But the fact that Toriyama talks about going into a different dimension, or an extra dimension, or another dimension, depending on how you want to translate, is really important, because it goes to show that Toriyama's original intentions was this to be of a higher dimensionality. So no matter what you say about any other scans, like, it's very clear through the author's intent. It was supposed to be of a higher dimension, at least within the main scans that were shared today. Now, what does this mean what does this generally mean when we go back to this? Well, it actually improves that the living world, and this might not even be part of the living world, could be a higher dimension outside the living world. But this may prove the afterlife to be even greater than where we have it at. And that's where I'm getting at. Because if the afterlife is, again, let's reiterate the afterlife statement. Let me see. Let me see if I can find this scan again, because I have the scan, but I know that Herms gave his translation on it. I want to use Herms' translation. How about that, guys? I know people will, give him a lot of credibility. What do you think about that, guys?
Yeah, we can use Herms.
Yeah. So, the heavenly realm, the cosmos, a supernatural realm ruled by the gods, higher than the sky, a dimensionally transcendental heavenly country. By the way, transcendental and transcend, are the same thing. So we're saying a transcendent, essentially a heavenly country, basically a transcending country, that cannot be perceived from the human world. From this land, the gods look down upon the entire world. So context is exactly the same as any other translation that mostly been circulated around. It's a higher dimensionality that transcends, and that it's a higher dimensionality that's transcendent and can't even be perceived by those in the human world. So we know the living world is 4D, right, guys?
Yeah, at least, yeah.
The living world is 4D. I mean, yeah, space time.
Right. And then the fact that Toriyama and the staff wants to provide that Broly and Gogeta were fighting in a higher dimensionality of the living world, or outside of it, or outside, regardless, we know that that dimension doesn't transcend the afterlife, because we know verbatim the afterlife is supposed to be a transcendental world beyond dimensions of the living world, or anywhere where life exists, right?
Yep.
Yeah. So what I'm interested in showing or putting into an idea is that the fact that they not only crash through several dimensions, but it says the fabric of reality, kind of insinuates that, that's something ridiculous. So it insinuates the idea that the afterlife could potentially be an even higher dimension. Which in turns, and depending on how you want to look at it, which in terms, if we're considering everything else within this list, could actually bump the space-times, the infinite space-times, to 11th dimensional, rather than 10th, where it's stuck at on the list. And if it does that, then that's really crazy. Now, the reason I say that is because that would mean that the timeline would be 10th dimensional. By that context, of course. Within the context of how they're expressing that there are other dimensions within the living world. Regardless, in this super dimensional world, or the several dimensions they literally crashed through and broke, because they shattered the entire they shattered the other alternate super dimension with punches.
Like glass.
Yeah.
Like glass or ice, yeah.
It still is going to show, like, that's probably our first time ever seeing a 5D for a fifth dimensional feat on screen in Dragon Ball. I mean, actually, well, technically a higher dimension with Zamasu, but we're talking about, like, if you haven't watched Dragon Ball before and you see that feat, it's probably the closest that's more verbatim. Because Zamasu, you have to do a lot of research and digging on the cosmology to really understand how crazy his feat is. But if you're telling me Zamasu's some 10th dimensional super sentient being, and that he could get blinked away by Jiren, Jiren can glare him away, and then you have Gogeta and Broly just coming in like, alright, hit him high, hit him high, hit him low, hit him high, like with the Monstars theme coming in. That, I mean, it really puts into question exactly how much of a beast Gohan and Black Frieza are. Oh yeah, because that's what the stream is about. Because as you guys can see, Black Frieza one-shots two beings who are confirmed beyond the Broly we saw prior. What the hell are you going to say about that? That he could one-shot... Are you freaking kidding me? Think about it. Let me put this in perspective. Talking about the same guy who wasn't even Android Saga level. He would get one-shotted by Android 19 when he came back. Because he was still the same strength as when he dealt with Trunks. The same Frieza, in 4 months, jumped up to be not just a Super Saiyan God, because Super Saiyan God absorbed itself into base, and then he could stack Super Saiyan God again. So, basically, he took Super Saiyan God squared. And then said, yeah, I took Super Saiyan God to the power of 2. And now I want to grab Super Saiyan Blue, which is 50 times. He was even stronger than Super Saiyan Blue, right?
I think so. Yeah.
He just had no stamina. So when you factor that in, 10 years? He was in hell, and he got 10 times stronger in hell. How do we know? Because Goku didn't use Kaioken times 10 versus Hit. Goku Zenkais from the prior battles. And the fact that Frieza's like, yeah, I was in hell, and I'm already able to stack up to your maximum power in blue. Like, he was in hell in a cocoon. So imagine him having his whole body, mind, and spirit to train for 10 years. Do you have any idea how powerful he could be?
I mean, it's gonna be kind of hard to multiply because I mean, we saw we did it 4 months, like you said, but 10 years, like, because I know the ROF like promotional stuff, especially the directors, pretty much say that Frieza pretty much has like infinite potential, and like when he powered up, it was like at an infinite level that allowed him to catch up.
Yeah, his power increased like infinitely.
Yeah.
So,
Oh, I just saw your comment, King, Real King Rave. Very good point. Exactly. That's exactly what I'm talking about.
I think Frieza is going to. I think the whole Black Frieza situation is going to start like some kind of war, crisis in the multiverse with the gods of destruction.
Potentially.
He definitely should be more furious. Most definitely, he should be.
He should
It's
be.
crazy.
He should be comparable to Beerus.
Yeah, I feel like he should be like either on the level of the gods of destruction or above. And we know Frieza wants to overthrow the higher ups, the divine higher ups. So he may be plotting some stuff that can wipe out Beerus potentially, and maybe even target the angels. I don't know if it'll go that crazy, but most definitely the other gods of destruction may have to get him. Or Beerus is going to need some help.
Right. So then we have this. And the fact is, to be multiversal plus, I mean, the fact is Dragon Ball's cosmology now, and I'm just going to be honest, I have a very strong feeling this is likely the case. I have a very strong feeling Dragon Ball's going to go the M theory route, and they are going to have 11 to 12 dimensions. If that ever gets around to to Toyotaro, I have a very, very strong feeling that's going to be the case. Because remember what I speculated before back in 2017. Yeah, 2007. Yeah, no, if it was 7, it'd be like, God damn. Nah, remember I speculated, Roz, you were there, because you were there in the origin, you and Andre. Remember when I speculated back in 2017 about how Zamasu might be 7-dimensional, or Dragon Ball might have a high-dimensional afterlife?
yeah, I remember that video that you did, along with discussing it in Hangouts.
Yup. And what ends up happening? We find a scan that supports it, and what happens? Koyama's like, oh yeah, you right. So, yeah. So not only is Black Frieza an absolute, like, baboon, but Beast Gohan. Jeez! The fact is, like, these two characters, and I'm not saying Gogeta and Broly don't fit this category, neither does... I mean, Gogeta and Broly fit the category, Angel Moro fit the category, Peak Gas and Granola might also fit the category, essentially. The whole idea is that these top tiers are all starting to reach the borderline of that hyperversality. That's why, if you guys noticed the title, I said, perhaps. So don't jump the gun, alright? But perhaps. Anyway, I just think it's something really important to note for you guys, because again, this is like a really impressive showcasing for these characters. I mean, just think about it. They're clearly stating it's a super dimension. So if we have the super dimensionality work to the cosmology, it's really going to add a lot of validity when it comes to them being higher dimensionalities. And it's really going to add a lot of validity of them being able to destroy most of the constructs of the multiverse. Very possibly. So this list may have an upgrade. I personally want to get more information because you guys know how I am. I want concrete information. Yeah. I don't want to jump the gun. but I want to say I'll categorize this as a high end. All right. The
Do you
mid
think that the dimension of swirling lights that you see in the Broly movie, like, do you think that the Seguro space is there? Because the Seguro space is in between dimensions, and when they shattered the fabric of reality, they ended up in the dimension of swirling lights kind of location. So, do
yeah,
you think that
different.
it also takes place in between dimensions of the universe, and you could probably see the Seguro space if you were there?
Yeah, I mean, it's hard to really quantify. It's really hard to confirm because the Seguro space does not yet exist in Super. So until we get further details, we can't really say. But I am curious about what I'm curious about is the
I
dimensionality of
mean, yeah, if you were to composite.
composite. I probably would still say Seguro space may be a little above it because Seguro space sits in between dimensions, but it also sits in between the afterlife. It's the realm where if you die, but you're not completely dead, that's where you go.
It's
So
limbo essentially.
essentially, yeah, I would say it's limbo. So
Oh yeah, yeah.
that's a really good way to put it, Roz. Is a really good way to put it. It's essentially the limbo. So I want to say, for far as the cosmology goes, we may be able to upgrade to 11th dimensionality, but so far as objectively lowballing it, objectively with a low ball, Dragon Ball at least sits in the fifth dimensional categories, no questions, without a shadow of a doubt. Like if you're new to Dragon Ball, you do no research and not that much research on data books, it doesn't matter. You see that feat from Gogeta and Broly, you do a little bit of reading. Ah, it's a super dimension. So the living world's infinite. We know that. And it's a super dimension. Koyama says 4D hell. Afterlife transcends that. They gotta at least be 5D. So basically the lowest I will put Dragon Ball, like at that point, I'll say 5D. But even if you say the neutral zone doesn't infinitely transcend, Xeno World's the same, they're all finite, the timeline axiomatically contains an infinite subset of plunks that has happened within the multiverse. So the timeline, no matter what, is always going to infinitely transcend, more than likely. So in this context, the timeline is going to still make them have a six-dimensional existence. I mean, sorry, seven-dimensional existence. Because if we confirm the afterlife is 5D, we know it's 5D. Even lowballing it, we know it's 5D. The space between universes have to be 6D. Because it got to be a space to separate the infinities of the fifth dimensions from combining into one finite nexus. Into one infinite nexus of a bigger 5D structure. You can biject these universes, sure, but you can't biject the sixth dimensionality because it's technically a separate axis that allows them to float freely in space. So axiomatically, Zamasu will still be seventh dimensional, even at the lowest. So low ball, 7D. Mid end, 9D. High end, 10th dimensional, potentially going on to that 11th dimensionality. I can just say this. I'm very confident that I feel that Goku and Beast Gohan have enough power to make the anti-spiral sweat. Can they beat him? That's hard to answer. But can they make him sweat? Hell yeah. I'm very confident they could. Because a lot of people don't realize the Gurren Lagann statements. I'll show it on screen for those probably never seen it before. But it says, of the dimensional universes we call... I'll let Roz read it. No, you know what? Stride, your turn. Read. No, just kidding.
Yes.
All right, let me see. Of the dimensional universes, we call the 10th and 11th dimensions.
So in this context, we know it has 11th, but they're mentioning another one as if it's kind of parallel to it, right? 10th.
Yeah.
What is it like? So
Yeah.
it's telling us between the ranges of 10th and 11th dimensionality. So I'm not saying anti-spiral isn't 11th dimensional, but if the multiverse ensemble is fully 11th dimensional, can the anti-spiral destroy all of existence? Kind of didn't imply he could. They kind of implied he could with the combination or over time or with a combination of Super Tangle Tompa. But I could be wrong, so correct me, anyone, if you want to. That's fine. But from what I remember, that this likely seems to be telling us that anti-spiral is at the peak of 10D. At the peak of 10D, border of 11D. Because remember, destroying one 11th dimensional construct doesn't necessarily make you, like, infinite 11D. You know what I mean? So we can't really say that. At least that's what I'm getting from it. Now, I'm going to do a little bit more research to make sure. But what I'm saying is, within reason, it's not logical to say that the anti-spy is just going to like literally look at Goku and blink him away. It's not really that simple, especially when you're dealing with beings who have power and key attacks that infinitely transcend prior infinities beyond that. I mean, he saw Infinite Zamasu, and the first thing he says is, "Man, if only I had another sense of being." Like, he's not even scared. Oh, Broly, nah, let me run. Oh, go in the time machine, guys. Nah, he's like, shoot. Man, I would whoop your ass if I had another sense of being. That's essentially what he's saying.
Yep. But Broly's like, yeah, no, time to fuse. Let's go, Vegeta.
And then Beast Gohan, or Cycle Gohan, which means final, but it sounds cool. Saying final in English sucks, so just call him Cycle Gohan, which sounds cool in Japanese. He's a monster. And then Frieza, getting his N-word pass doesn't help the case. Like, he's even stronger. Potentially. We don't know who's stronger between Final Gohan or Frieza. And in fact, I have a feeling that Broly is training... By the way, chat, I have a feeling that Broly is training with Goku and Vegeta to control his form because Goku and Vegeta don't believe Broly's current power is enough. So they need him to learn to control his form to be similar to Kale, so that way Broly can be able to help them fight Black Frieza. Because, I mean, again, that's 10 years. You ain't overcoming that. That would be terrible writing if they just let him overcome that easily. Like, oh, yeah, he's always been stronger than Black Frieza. Like, relax.
Man. I mean,
you know what I mean?
Broly's kind of insane with that adaptation, especially since, Frieza's stronger than him.
Yeah, I know, he's stronger, but I'm saying I think that the narrative is implying that he needs to train. He needs to train with Goku and Vegeta first and learn how to control his power because his current power, even his current adaptation and power, is not going to be enough to just deal with it. And we'll get more context later, but I have a feeling that's where they're going because I feel like, kind of like what Stride said, Frieza's kind of like going to be like that big boss right now. Because, I mean, 10 years, that's crazy. I mean, yeah, it's one thing for 4 months, but 10 years? He's already a blue level fighter.
Yeah, bro, that's a GT time skip right there.
Yeah, that's a GT. That's a GT time skip. So, I mean, like, yeah, so we got to wait and see. I have a feeling that Broly and Gohan are definitely going to be like really big threats to Frieza, but I feel like right now Frieza maybe. I think Frieza has the crown, especially because Frieza came out after the movie.
Yeah, I think Frieza's gonna be kind of like the Thanos of Dragon Ball Super. He's gonna be like this big, approaching, like looming threat. You know what I'm saying? That's gonna cause like turmoil across the entire multiverse. He's gonna plan to overthrow Zeno. Probably. I'm not saying he's as strong as Zeno or the Grand Priest, but that's his goal in mind. And so I'm guessing that he's gonna take out the gods of destruction first. He's gonna wipe them out. Which Beerus was kind of stupid for letting Frieza go in the first place and reviving him after the Chairman of Power, but it's whatever, I guess.
Yeah, I have a feeling.
I think they're going to use Broly as like a nuclear warhead against Frieza.
Yeah, I think that's why I'm saying, like, I think Broly can keep up with Frieza. I think currently, though, like, what we saw of Broly and Superhero is not enough. That's what I think. I think this is the preparation arc. They're going through the preparation. While Gohan does what he deals with, Cell Max, there's no way Cell Max is going to take place after Frieza. There's no way they would do that. If they do, then I'll eat my hat.
Jimmy Neutron reference there.
Wow.
The thing with Frieza's son in the future arc.
Kuriza would be great to see.
Yeah. I feel like Broly is going to be like very useful for this case. But it's alright. H&B. Frieza's mindset change is very noticeable. I think he's working to be a chaotic neutral character in Dragon Ball's Endgame. Possibly. If Broly did the same thing Frieza did, he would one-shot his entire cosmology. Of course, Broly, that's why they're training him. It would be funny if the Oracle Fish was talking about a hypothetical controlled Berserk Broly all along. I mean, it could be. The Oracle Fish knows. But the Oracle Fish could have been talking, but like we said, could he be talking about, I don't know. That's what Whis is saying. Because Whis is trying to imply, who knows, maybe there's someone else out here who's way stronger than you thought. Because the Oracle Fish looks at your potential. So he could have been looking at the potential of Gohan. So it doesn't mean Gohan is completely above him, but it could mean that Gohan has the potential to bypass him, which I think is really impressive.
Same.
I think Frieza will fail and eventually go
Imagine,
to
yeah, Cooler. Imagine if Cooler trained Frieza.
No.
Yeah. Right now, though, where we stand, how many of you guys can say that on a high ball, can we agree on a high ball that it's possible for them to now finally hit 10th dimensional marks? Maybe even 11th if you want to really highball moral statements of transcending gods and if you want to go there. Me personally, though, I want to say I'd go one more dimension higher. Probably not going to jump 2 dimensions. I mean, it's Dragon Balls. I don't know, man. They pretty much jump the dimension every arc. Oh, Goku's yeah, he could destroy Macrocosm. Oh, the Black Sea. All right, we're going to show a feat where both Universe 7 and 6 are threatened by just the dragon's aura and shining, and just like how the battle was so chaotic. I'm like, nigga, what? Oh, Goku Black? Yeah, we're going to just say he has infinite power that's never ending and infinitely transcends and is infinitely going. And it's like, what? And you guys remember the Goku Black arc. How many times did they use the term infinite and literally meant it? Like,
A lot.
yeah. And then Kale, and then Caulifla, or Kefla. Oh, I have infinite power bubbling in me, Goku. I can't sense an end to her power. Man, I could destroy a universe with one single ki blast. Bruh. That's ridiculous. Like, and then you get like, oh, Zamasu, infinite Zamasu. Yeah, we're gonna jump another dimensional higher. He's gonna transcend everything. Yay! Like, come on now. This is Playhouse Disney with Dragon Ball characters just doing whatever they want. And it's like, oh yeah, now we have a fight out of this dimension. Oh, Topo, even though the World of Void is more durable than Infinite Zamasu, yeah, it's okay. I'ma just warp it. You're gonna warp it. Yeah, I'ma just warp it. I'm warp the entire World of Void. Wow, you just warped the entire World of Void. Yup. I was strong enough to warp it. And Vegeta's Final Flash could actually, give you some trouble. Yup, and Jiren glared that away. Huh? Yeah, so that same Hakai did, Jiren would have glared that away potentially. What? You freaking kidding me? No, I'm not. He would have glared it away. And he got much stronger because he wasn't even using his full power. Not even like 10% of his power, likely. He's just using some of his power. He's just a hint of it. That's stupid. How strong is this character? Oh yeah, Goku and Jiren, they have out of this dimensional type of power according to the narrative. Broly movie. Yeah, let's transcend dimensions. Let's go fight in a different dimension that's confirmed to be a super dimension where they require several dimensions and other mathematics with dimensions to design this entire realm. Alright, yeah, let's fight here. Moro. Yeah, I've transcended gods prior. No, Moro, you're a bit of a hyperbole, but whatever. Then we don't really get much with Gas and Granola. They're just there. But you guys get the point. It seems like they're always trying to make the big step up from the next arc.
All for Oob
Seems
to
like
press
it, yeah.
basically. Ain't that crazy?
Alright, so chat. If you have Goku, so if you think with a high end, Beast Gohan, Broly, Gogeta Blue, Black Frieza, Ultra Ego Vegeta, and actually I don't have a picture of Ultra Ego Vegeta. Man, see, this sucks. The way I did this, and whatever. If you think Ultra Ego Vegeta and Ultra Instinct Goku at their full max power, pretty much all of these guys at their maxes, do you guys believe they're 10th dimensional? Give a fire in the chat. If you think they're 11th dimensional, put an ice in the chat. And if you think it's neither, put a non-smoking sign in the chat. I don't freaking know. Something. And it's okay to disagree. It's alright, chat. So, Yeah. And the funny thing is, guys, Zeno is infinitely above all of what we just talked about. So Zeno's hyperversal almost. So there you have it. So we get a mix of fire and ices. We get a non-smoking sign, so that's one. And I don't blame you. There's no need to be ashamed of disagreeing because again, it's still new information. It's still got some checks and balances to go through. Now, Stride, is that an ice or a crack rock? I can't. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, but
Putting rocks in the chat.
wait, but if this is 11th dimensional, doesn't that mean like the crack of time is like by def? So that means even by def, even before we get to Beats World, we're already a hyperversal Dragon Ball, Super Dragon Ball Heroes. So Super Dragon Ball Heroes is already. So Super Dragon Ball Heroes is literally hyperversal before we get into Beats World. That's kind of crazy. That's what I'm thinking.
Yo, Atari, imagine a
God
Zeno,
dang,
like a Dragon Ball hero.
bro, your mic is gonna kill me.
What happened?
No, like when you said something, it just like shot up.
Oh, my bad. I was just saying, imagine a Xenoverse or like a Dragon Ball Heroes Zeno with this kind of scaling.
What?
Imagine a Dragon Ball Heroes Zeno with this kind of high-end scaling. Imagine a Dragon Ball Heroes with this kind
Ah, that would be amazing. And by the way, I was just double checking to make sure my mic and audio is working. Super Dragon Ball Heroes
Nah,
scale
you're
is
good.
freaking insane. Atari, aren't crystals from the crack of time higher dimension? Yes, they are. Yes, they are. They are. I mean, Beats World sees GB as fiction, so Outerversal is not that far off, to be honest. I mean, I wouldn't say Outerversal, but I would say definitely in the upper hyperversals ranges is possible because when you think about Beats World, it's oh none of your business. Said, can't they be stronger but same dimensionality? Yes, they can be. Mike Tyson can easily beat me up, but he isn't 4D. You're right. You're right. None of your business. You're right. They are. That's why. You're 100% right. That's why you can be higher levels into a dimension. You don't need to necessarily jump into a new one. So, like, what I'm saying is, Zamasu clearly transcended. I mean, we can all agree, like Roz, Andre, Stride, we can all agree, like Zamasu literally transcended the macrocosm. I mean, it's pretty easy to see he did, right?
He merged with the whole timeline, which includes 11 other macrocosms. So yeah,
Yeah. So like he's clearly so putting him infinitely stronger than the feat we saw with Goku and Beerus is it's logical because it's an entire timeline. Time goes back and forward infinite. Now, what we need to talk about is we need to talk a little bit about the idea that's I just want to specify that's why if you see what I've put by the way, that's why I said Beast Gohan, Broly, Gogeta Blue, and Black Frieza. Gogeta Blue's all the way back in the Broly movie, but I'm still including him because he's the one who did the feat with Broly. So I'm saying if like Broly and Gogeta are, because technically Broly and Gogeta are the highlights for doing the feat, but the fact that Beast Gohan and Black Frieza are this powerful already, potentially stronger than both of them, then it makes sense for me to include those two in this category. So what I'm saying is nobody has went higher than the dimensionality of the Tournament of Power. Well, I mean, sorry, than the Gogeta and Broly feat. Nobody has surpassed that level of feat. I get okay. The feat they did is higher dimensional, but it's not beyond the timeline. What I'm saying is the timeline itself is a higher dimensionality because of the feat, because it increases the cosmology from the bottom up. It's like if you were playing Jenga and you just throw a piece underneath it. But yeah, I would say, Frieza and Gohan are definitely going to be in those higher upper tiers. So yeah, it depends. So let's see here. Hmm. Oh wow, it didn't come through yet on the stream, but I don't think the notification played. But wow, thank you so much. None of your business with another $1.99 donation. Said I was talking about Nippa Frieza and Shin Gohan. Yeah, so Frieza and Shin. All right, so Black Frieza and Shin Gohan, or N-word Frieza. I'm just kidding. Black Frieza and Shin Gohan, they definitely are going to be stronger. They're not a higher dimensionality than Broly and Gogeta, that's for sure. Because we don't have evidence they are. But we definitely know they can be stronger. They could be upper tiers into whatever category we place them at currently, and that's pretty much it. What do you guys think of that, Ross? Stride.
I mean, I don't disagree. Like it's it's insane.
Yeah, indeed.
Just everything's going on. It's insane.
Imagine Frieza with 20 years worth of training.
Ultra
Oh!
Drip Stink Goku.
Oh no.
Mui Goku versus Hype Beast Dante, the possessor of the drip. Full power Dante. Who would win?
Oh!
Oh god. 20
Thank
years
you.
of
The mic
training?
sounds
Jesus
great, man.
Christ.
Keep doing what you do.
Oh,
Hope
Atari
it
just
all worked out.
freaking
That
jump
Best Buy
scared
guy.
me.
Hey! Oh shoot! Yo, let's go! All right. First off, the Dark Knight 47. I just want to say thank you so much for the $10 donation, and James, thank you so much for the $5 donation. By the way, guys, fun fact: James is actually the homie who recommended this mic for me. That sounds nice and crispy. So, and yes, I appreciate you, James. Thank you. That in-person interaction really came in handy. It was really great that you helped me with this microphone. Now, let me stop showing off my voice acting and get back to what we were talking about. Thank you so much for the $5 donation, James. And also, to read your question again, the Dark Knight 47. Ultra Drip Stink Goku. Ultra Drip Stink Goku versus Hype Beast Dante, the professor of the drip. Full power Dante. Who would win? Honestly, Goku. But it's high difficulty. Like, it's high difficulty. Like, no, we're talking high difficulty. Like, higher than Snoop Dogg difficulty. So, that would be the outcome of that battle. But on a serious note, Goku versus Dante, I give it to Goku, but it would still be a high difficulty battle. And that kind of leads me into a little bit before because we're getting close to the end time. Broly went from 3D to 9D. I mean, look at Superboy Prime. He went from 3D into like fifth dimensional. So it's not too crazy. And Superman went from 4D to freaking like 15D to freaking almost infinite D. It depends. Depends on how you want to look at it. Heck, you can even argue Superman went from 3D to 4D vision, and then he jumped to 175,000D. I know people are going to be like, what, that's not right. No, don't forget the dimensional snowflake in DC. That dimension. It's like, oh, Superman is some reason 100,000 D. That's so weird, right, guys? Like, just having such a weird dimensionality. Oh. Broly from Heroes went from 3D to 12D or even 60D. That's, hey man, don't forget the Living Tribunal. Living Tribunal 16D. See here. Yeah, don't forget this guy. Beyond space and time, a 16th dimensional domain at the juncture of the multiversal superspace. Yeah, that they got a long ways to go before they can deal with this big fella. But yeah. But yeah, what do you guys think overall? It's really important to understand a couple things. Hey, hardcore G YouTube. I got nothing to say, honestly. Just wanted to donate, man. Oh, thank you so much, man. I appreciate that. That really means a lot. Wow, you guys are awesome. You guys are gonna make me cry again. I already cried once today, so thank you guys so much. I appreciate it greatly. This is really great because now I'll be able to go visit Chi Chi back at her hometown. Because I've been trying to actually save up for a plane ticket. But you know how plane tickets are. Thank you guys so much again. I appreciate it. Every little bit helps. Every amount helps. It's not even a little bit. To me, this is a lot. I don't give a dang. That's you know how many Takis I can buy with that, bro? Anyway. Bro, actually, Roz, should I do a video of me going to the store and getting like a bunch of Takis? With most of them?
Oh yeah, totally. I think you totally should.
Just take like 50, take like $100, $200. Like, I want all your Takis, and they'd be like, "Huh? I want all your Takis. I want all your Takis. Excuse me, sir. I want.
Just give me all your Takis.
Shut the hell up. Give me all your Takis." And like, all right, guys, chat. Put a fire in the chat. I'll do a video. Put a fire in the chat if you want me to do a video where I go up to a store just to give me all your Takis. Goku solos. Give me all your Takis. Goku solos. Give me all your Takis. Goku solos. I should do that. Just go up to someone and just say Goku solos. Give me all your Takis. Just get some Takis and some like cream cheese, like Philadelphia cream cheese. That tastes so good. Make some tostadas.
Wait, Takis with cream cheese?
Yes.
Bro, what are you smoking, bro?
Hey, Joe. Hey, Joe. What are you walking on, huh?
I mean, my neighbor.
Honestly, I think
Yo, chill, man. You can't do that while you're in the call with me.
What?
Plane ticket, you
Yes,
say?
I can.
We got you. From the Howard Connection.
Oh, no, Ross, thank you so much. Bro, you can't you're in the call with me. You can't do that. That's cheating.
If you guys ever think that
Oh,
continental level is weak sauce, then watch a fun video by Guillermo.
You can't stop me.
Cheek Shaloop strikes
I will
back
do
real
as I
extinction in real
please.
time.
Hey, yo, none of your business. I appreciate the donation. And again, I agree, continental level is not weak at all. Because whoever thinks that's weak is an absolute baboon. This is actually going to go a little bit into the other category I wanted to talk about, which is going to be regarding a little bit of one of my homeboys that I wanted to kind of give some credit to, because I know a lot of people are like, "Oh my gosh, stop it! There's too many donations." Relax. Oh my goodness, Harvado, thank you so much. Yo, guys, chill. You gotta stop. You guys are going. It's too damn, nigga. I mean,
through second by Deacon to simulation of
Dang,
THR first
said
6
the
hours of
end
an
on stream.
asteroid
Oh,
hitting
man.
the same spot on modern
Demonetized.
humanity. Straight terrifying to think these guys do that casually.
Oh my god.
bro.
True.
None of your business. Relax, chill, bro. You're gonna give me a heart attack. Damn, you got me calling Frieza by his name. No, I'm just playing. Let me stop. I'm gonna get demonetized. I don't even care anymore. Oh my goodness. Oh shoot! God dang! What? Yo, welcome to the family, yo. J Rex, thank you for becoming a part of the Kings. Welcome to the family, man. I appreciate it greatly. Wow. Holy monkey nuts. You guys need to chill. Like, I'm about to die. Like, I don't need to get bodied by the geese connection.
On ATARi.
Yeah, like, I'm
You're getting bodied by the Howard connection.
no geese connections here. All right, chill. All right, which goes through the second by Deccan, a stimulation of the first 6 hours of an asteroid hitting the same spot of the modern humanity. Straight terrifying to think these guys...
Be careful with that power now. Next thing you know, you're out of water and out of energy. And at last check, 9,000 wasn't good enough for that. On the real, keep up the good work, bud. Inspiring. Lamau.
Yo, James, chill, bro. Like, I will... You guys gotta stop it. I will literally instant transmissions to all your locations. And, well, I don't know what I would do. Probably draw you a free picture. I don't know. God dang, yo, guys, chill. Damn. Yeah. All right, guys, thank you so much. Oh my goodness, I don't even know how to react. Like, I almost freaking, I almost, damn! Can I breathe?
No, you can't.
I have no chill when it comes to checking out cool people. I honestly want a show that addresses how dangerous this stuff for average humans. Actually, I got you. None of your business. Because honestly, I was literally talking about that before, about how literally blowing up a building is like God tier. Imagine someone doing something like that. Like, do you realize how crazy that is? That's why I was telling people, like, just because you don't see Ryu and Chun-Li blowing up entire, like, cities and mountains doesn't mean they're weak at all. Do not get it twisted. So, like, that is something I 100% agree with. That is facts, fam. Yeah. Yo, God!
Sorry I couldn't do more. I don't have much in bank account right now, lol. But quick question, who wins CC Goku or Xeno Goku game and anime? Smiley face.
Yo, J Rex, chill, bro. I didn't even... Can I breathe? Stop with the gaze connections, God. Oh, my God. None of your business donates a $4.99 donation like a city mayor in a shonen world trying to juggle public safety and such. I know, imagine trying to do that. And then to answer your question, Rex, God dang, it's so difficult. I gotta, like, whew. I just got Frieza up on stream and, like, there's nothing interesting happening, like, right now. It's Frieza just standing there like, got my messy. Anyway, don't even worry about it. If you have no money, don't send if you ain't got nothing in the account, bro. Like, chill. Question, who wins, Capsule Corp Goku or Xeno Goku in the game and anime? So, Xeno Goku, honestly, is going to have a little bit, based on what we've seen, it seems Xeno Goku's stronger base per base. But I want to say Capsule Goku has the edge in strength slightly. Both the game and the game and anime, but I want to say in the anime, I'm going to give it to Capsule Goku, but in the game, I'm going to give it to Xeno. Xeno Goku has more consistent levels of hacks that he could use from his cards. So I want to say that's definitely someone I would give it to.
He has Ultra Instinct at will now, so it's kind of unfair.
Oh, shoot. Never mind. Well, yeah, that's kind of broken. It's kind of going to be a hard toss-up, but from what I can see, I do believe Xeno Goku does have an edge just off of his hacks and cards. But Capsule Goku has an edge over the transformation and multipliers he could stack on. But I would say Capsule Goku probably both, actually. Because he could literally turn on Ultra Instinct at will, no difficulty. And yeah, we seen that Ultra Instinct was strong enough to overcome a fused Super Saiyan 4 Vegito. Why? I have no idea why it's that damn strong. It's stronger than a Vegito Blue with Kaioken. Think about that. And that's just Omen. So, J-Rex says, Black Frieza says, donate now, monkeys, or else. I would be donating to ATARi, not random citizen. You better not. I'm threatening you to not. Yes, I'm one of the only streamers to threaten you to not donate. This is like the opposite of what every other streamer does, but I don't give a dang. A Goku, he TP with the other, it takes a minute to power up. Also, Whis is the fastest, but he isn't at the best with the history. $100 poured all over donation with the chill. Now, Vegeta Scales, if you do that, I will cry. You will, I will. Oh!
Orochi fused with Goku versus full power Beerus.
God dang! Okay, Roz, you cannot do that while you're in the call. That is cheating. Okay.
You can't stop me.
All right, you better not be giving me no speed vibes like who gonna stop me. Chill, bro. Bro, oh my God. All right, thank you so much, Roz. I love you, bro.
Me too, man. No homo. Or all the homo, depending.
All right, half homo. All right, no, wait, hold up. Pause. Don't clip that.
Clip it.
I'm clipping already. I'm already clipping that.
Ah, hell
Actually,
no.
I'm gonna let the
Clip it
homies
right now.
Ah, hell no. All right, hold up. All right, Orochi fused with Goku versus full power. All right, first off, Orochi is gonna slap Beerus's ass like bongo drums normally. So why would you fuse him with Goku on top of that to give him multipliers that don't even add to any substantiation besides the Beerus's demise? Are you actually kidding me, bro? That is ridiculous. Redonkulous. All right, so now back to the match, families. Bader. Back to the match. Like I was saying, I just wanted to say that, yeah, I don't really know what to say. Are you sure it wasn't nothing about your legs, Joe? Listen, Peter, it's not about my legs. Are you sure, Joe? Yeah, Peter, I think I could do fine. I mean, because your legs... Peter said I'm fine! Okay, anyway. Now, back to the match. Basically, Goku versus Medaka. Gonna be a good stream. Woo! Now, Goku versus Medaka. Alright, so my girl Medaka. So we got two types. We got two variants. If we're using... Alright, ready? Round one. Low-end Medaka, low-end Goku. Goku's absolutely going to... Alright, I was going to say something that's inappropriate, but... Yeah. So, whatever. Goku slaps her upside the back of the head. Alright. Now, mid-end Medaka versus low-end Goku. Medaka absolutely grabs his nuts and yanks them. Now, mid-end Goku versus mid-end Medaka. Medaka has the hardest time of her life. She pulls through, though. High-end Goku versus mid-end Medaka. Goku actually gonna grab her by her throat and choke her out. Now, high-end Medaka absolutely slaps the entire verse. But I'll tell you that in another stream as to why. Now, if we're getting Xeno Goku, now you need to relax, because they ain't, nah. Because, I mean, if you're getting Xeno Goku, then we can't even, then I gotta end the stream, because, I mean, he's too powerful. But, I'm just kidding, imagine. Now, you know what, yeah, you know what, Xeno Goku is too strong, I'm ending the stream, bye. No, I'm just kidding. No, I'm just playing. I'm playing. No. Xeno Goku's too damn strong. Yo, imagine how strong Dragon Ball Heroes Black Frieza is gonna be. Oh shoot. God dang. That is too...
Imagine you see Dragon Ball Heroes Black Frieza just boxing up the Grand Priest.
If he does that, I'm ending the stream again. God dang. Oh, shoot! Oh! God dang!
Other kinds of vocation.
Alright, J Rex with giving a gifted sub to one of the homies. Who did he give a gift to? I can't even tell. Tell me, who did he give the gift to? I can't see it, but I just gotta say, did I miss it? Hold on, I feel like an absolute baboon right now. Anyway, yo, J-Rex, thank you so much for the gifted, I was gonna say sub, gifted membership to one of the members in the chat. That is awesome, man. You are fantastic. Thanks for giving it to JCG, who has also become a member now. Thanks to your gifted membership. I really want to show that I appreciate you. Thank you so much. Yeah. All right, let me drink some of my soda. So let me change this picture because I think everyone's getting bored of seeing Black Frieza just sitting there like, "Hello, monkeys."
But no, he can't call people monkeys now.
Well, like they say, if you can't beat them, join them. And then Broly's just... I can't even freaking do a scream. Like, that's all. There's Broly just screaming.
Yeah, ATARi.
What's going on, fam?
So, Joker wants to know what your thoughts are on all the Bayonetta stuff that he showed you.
Oh, absolutely. That's going to be a very interesting topic to talk about for a moment. Give me a minute. None of your business, god dang! None of your business. How many times I gotta tell you? You gotta relax with these donations, fam. You're gonna kill me. All right. So let's go ahead and go over this. Bobobo versus Dragon Ball's best. Honestly, god dang, J-Rex, relax. Dang, man, you guys are gonna kill me. Thank you guys so much. I appreciate it, man. Oh, man. J-Rex, anything for my favorite power scale, you deserve. I love you, bro. Thank you so much. That really means a lot. Oh, my goodness. This is a blessing. I'm gonna cry. Like, this is honestly crazy, bro.
Now someone hit him with $100.
No, hell no! Bro, imagine Mr. Beast comes in. Mr. Beast was like, power scale the top power scale Mr. Beast. I'll be like, God damn, like if I actually I literally will make a power scale Mr. Beast video this weekend if he actually came through.
Listen, I'm just saying, Mr. Beast for all his money, he would be infinite moneyversal. Let's just be honest.
Oh, hell no, Vegeta Scales. You ain't doing that. Yo, Mr. Beast will buy an Outerverse, bro.
His mere existence is an Outerverse.
He will buy an Outerverse, bro. He'll literally buy the rights to every comic in Power and literally make them all boundless.
Oh,
His
God.
wallet is Outerversal sized.
It really is.
But you can't be beyond boundless. The concept itself, well, he can change concepts. Wait, he can make the concept of boundless not be boundless by technicality, but still be boundless by the paradoxical existence of boundlessness? What kind of egocentric predicament, stupidity, complex philosophy is that?
Yes.
Oh, hell no. Mr. Beast comes in with 10K. I'm punching my monitor and breaking it, bro. Oh, shoot. And I don't even know what to do, bro. I will cry. But yeah, to answer your question, I think Nah, let me stop. I think Bobo could actually have a chance on winning the battle more than. Gosh! I can't even finish a sentence without J-Rex clapping me. J-Rex, I appreciate it. Thank you so much for the $3 donation. It is going well. Thank you so much. God bless you. Oh my goodness, man. Man, call me.
You're getting bodied today.
Call me bless y'all. Y'all are amazing. Thank you guys. Wow. I am, bros. Sheesh.
And for once, it's not me doing it.
I swear, you're sending someone. This has got to be, like, part of your scheme, bro. You gotta...
I'll not confirm or deny that.
Alright, let's see here. So I think that Dragon Ball's best is going to have the chance because they have anti-gag feats comparison. But I do know Bobo's world has higher dimensionalities, and it's weird. Like, I'll say this. On a high end, I'm going to give it to Bobo. But in a mid-end base for base, I think it's likely Dragon Ball has a more solid argumentation. But that's just my honest input based on it. Because I got to still see more about the Bobo world. Because remember, Bobo can manipulate math. The fuck, man? That's some bullshit. Who the hell said, oh yeah, you want a feat? I would manipulate math.
Hey, J-Rex, nah. Don't be giving out our stuff. Nah. Take that back.
Aw, hell no, Ross. See, I knew it. Hey, Retro, how's it going? Hey, Shadow Arceus. Hey, Ariel Ramirez. I apologize, guys. I'm getting body right now. Hey, man. Bobo is... I wouldn't say he's Outerversal or boundless, but like... Because remember, there are higher dimensions of mathematics. When you go to the 5th dimension, math gets different because now you have another coordinate to account for. So remember, math changes per dimension you go to. But on the highest highball interpretation, you could say he's infinite hyperversal because infinity transcends numbers and math. So we can't really say that, like, transcending math, like being able to manipulate math, it depends if it's on a 3D area or 4D area, realistically. But given Bobo operates on a higher dimension within the Bobo world, it's likely he's operating with higher dimensional mathematics. I haven't yet discovered how exactly higher dimensionality that is. I don't know if it's just 5th or 6th, but I gotta look deeper into it because I don't know. I believe they follow a specific string theory either, so it's really hard. It's not like Ming Hao where it's very verbatim. We need to make Roz nickname be the bank. Oh hell no, Roz! This is all. This is all you're doing, isn't it?
I plead the fifth.
Uh huh. You plead the fifth.
It's escalated.
Uh huh. Oh
No,
guys.
no, quick. No one tell him to check the pin message in General Universe on the server.
I'm checking it now, Nick. Hell no. Damn it. Check the pin message. You pin these nuts. Pause. Oh hell no, y'all doing this on purpose. Why is speed there? Stride. Why'd you put speed there? Oh man. Oh, hold up. And y'all gotta chill, bro. Alright, who did it this time? Yo! None of your business with another $4.99 donation. This is outstanding. Bo has anti-gag feats and has I mean, you know what's funny? You know what's funny, Roz? He's actually not making this up because there is a stupid feat where Bo goes against the gag.
Oh no, I've seen it. I kept with Bobo for a very long time before I kind of like lost track of it. So yeah, no, I know exactly what he's talking about.
And it's all, you know what's funny is none of this is cap.
Oh yeah, no, I am aware.
Yeah, so you see, this is what I'm talking about. See, Bobo is absolute baboon. Like, at first, when I first scaled Bobo, I was like, alright, there's no way he's this strong because people just spouted feats without context. But when I actually learned about the Bobo world and other things he's done, it actually made him make a lot more sense. But again, without the fact that Bobo has those in his arsenal, it's very clear you're going to need the top tiers of Dragon Ball to deal with him. And Arali ain't cutting it. Because, like, Beerus, because the guy said, oh, this episode is about me. Beerus, I don't give a damn about your plot manipulation or what script's about you. I'm going to erase you. So Beerus clearly is anti-gag. But Bobo got anti-gag. Bobo got Aunt Jemima. I was just playing. He got it's just, I keep saying aunt or auntie. So your auntie, so he got auntie feats. Auntie feats. But anyway, yeah, Bobo is crazy, man. He's absolute monster. He's a savage. Bo. Yeah, Bobo's crazy. Cause didn't he like make up his own math and it ended up being correct just because he wants it to be?
Yeah, essentially.
And it literally makes sense within the universe. Like the.
He's not beating Ichigo though.
And no one's beating Ichigo. I don't give a damn where you from. Fight
Yeah,
me.
bro. Nobody's beating Yuha or Ichigo, dog.
Nah, fight me. Square up, bro. You ain't fighting. You ain't beating Ichigo. Can he beat Ichigo though? Alright then. Shut up. I'm not playing. Ichigo higher. Alright, so let me go. Speaking of Ichigo, let's look at this scan. Let's look at the scan. Hold on. Alright, so Stride, we're gonna look at the scan. But I'm gonna have Roz read it because you're not allowed to read anything Bleach related. Alright,
which one to read
so
here?
Raj. See, I'm talking too damn fast.
Rajesh.
Yo, none of your business. Thank you again for the $4.99 donation, man. You are amazing. This is like absolutely like destroying me. God dang! Anyway, sorry, headphone users. No, I'm not sorry. I'm actually excited. All right, Roz, go ahead and read, please.
I shall, my friend. All right. See, okay, so it can't be having evolved to a plane beyond the Soul Reapers. Just as two-dimensional entities cannot interfere with three-dimensional entities, unless I purposely lowered my level to allow myself to be interfered with, my spirit energy cannot be sensed by Soul Reapers or humans. Can it be? Could he be? on an even higher plane.
Exactly.
Yeah, and I think I'm.
Hey, yo, none of your business. Chill. Roz, that's your hitman, ain't it? Is that an alt account for you? Webcam Parrot did a full scaling and breakdown of this dude. Oh, hell no. This is the first time ever I'm going to probably agree with Webcam Parrot then. Okay, not that I don't agree with him on other cases, but in this case, I'd say this makes a bit of sense. Now, imagine if I scaled Bobo. Roz, what do you think? Imagine if I scaled it.
I'm an outerversal. Outerversal, probably.
I mean,
Don't let me scale it.
yeah.
Do not let me scale it. You see where I got? You see where I was able to get Dragon Ball with objective evidence? My ass is gonna find an old data book of Bobo in the 1999. Then I'm gonna go ahead and talk to the author somehow. Somehow get him on the next stream. I'm gonna have Herms translate what he's saying, and you're gonna be like, "What the freak, Bobo's what?" So don't get me started, man.
Yeah, no, ATARi would do it.
Oh yeah, I would. But that's awesome. Wow. Respect to Webcam Parrot. Respect to him for that. That's actually really cool. You know, because regardless of like our disagreements before on the Goku dimensionality, to see that he's done that, that's really cool. I mean, it makes sense though, because we got to keep in mind Dragon Ball has a lot of controversy circling around it. So someone disagreeing with the dimensionality particularly is not surprising. Pretty much any show that's mainstream, there's gonna always be a lot of like controversy on scaling them beyond the narrative or beyond what is they see in plain sight.
Pretty much.
Oh no, none of your business. Thank you again for the $1.99 $1.9. Thank you for the $1.99 donation. Is Webcam Parrot a low baller? I wouldn't say a low baller. I'd just say very straightforward. He goes in depth, detailed, but I would say conservative when it comes to Dragon Ball, from my experience, because I've interacted with him before, but that was like years ago, so I don't know how he is now. Maybe he's different. Maybe he is a lot nicer, kind, sweet, loving and charming and handsome. No, I'm just joking. But the whole point is, I can't really speak on how he would be now. So I want to say that regardless, that's really surprises me, you know, to see that scaling for Bobo, given my anecdotal experience before. That's really cool, though. And again, thank you so much for the donation, man. You've been killing it tonight. I think your Roz is alt, though, but regardless, the way I view the scaling is similar to how it's unlikely for an animal like an elephant to ignore an insect on its body, or how an animal would not notice it lives on a planet. That's a good way to interpret it, Thor. Now, as far as a high-end scale, because that's what we're here for. We're here to high-end scale this. Stride. Isn't Kubo kind of trying to insinuate to some degree, like if we go highball, that Ichigo at the peak of this power is fifth dimensional? Because look at Yuha. Didn't Yuha have control over infinite variants?
Yeah, like Bleach is very interpretive, so it has pretty crazy high-end statements and scaling if you interpret several statements a kind of way, because, mind you, Bleach is a very poetic series in terms of writing. Like, Kubo is always using flowery language and writing, you know. But if you can interpret this as Ichigo being 5D, or you can just say that it's a metaphor for their spiritual pressure just being beyond what they can comprehend, you know. That's how at least I look at it.
Yeah, I look at it that way too. But on a high-end spectrum, like on a high-end spectrum, by correlating it directly to, like we look at this high-end, and then we correlate it directly to the end game of Bleach. Would you say it kind of holds merit?
Yeah, you can scale it consistently.
Yeah. I'm not going to say Bleach is that level, but yeah.
Tsushika Ichigo is actually equal to Mugetsu Ichigo, by the way.
Interesting. So that might even bring more supporting evidence to us. Because we do know that the Soul Society is definitely a separate universe. That's You gotta be a crackhead if you think it isn't.
Separate, yeah.
Yeah.
Parallel and slice to the world of the living.
Yeah, and then the fact that, oh my gosh, another donation. Yo, none of your business. You gotta chill, fam. $4.99. He also did one showing that Azeroth isn't supreme in HP Lovecraft, even if he's for time and space. But that's a small part of HPLC's verse. That's really cool to know. It's nice to look at how different interpretations could really go towards different fictions. Because, like, even if I really kept Dragon Ball conservative, right? Even conservative, I wouldn't go with something like this list then. Because this list makes, you can argue this list makes assertions. So if you didn't want me to go with this list that made assertions, let me go ahead and introduce something more like this list, which is going to be a little bit more visually appealing and also more simplistic. Yo! Ah! First off, that hurt my ears. Second off, I love you. Thank you so much. Harvado is given a gifted sub from J Rex. Thank you so much, J Rex. Again, thank you so much for the gifted membership. I appreciate you so much. Wow. That is awesome,
Bro, why
man.
don't you give me one? I want one.
Yo, man, J Rex is just I think J Rex is either all right. J Rex got to be Roz's like Sage Mode clone or something like that because there's no way that this is happening.
You can keep trying to guessing all you want, Atari. You're never gonna know.
Thank you so much, J Rex. And J Rex, thank you again for the 99. Thank you for the 99-cent donation. God dang. I'm not a fan of highballing Bleach Tears the Multiverse, just as I'm not a fan of highballing fake characters out of verse. I agree with you on that, but we're just looking at this from like a narrative perspective on like what Kubo may have intended. Based on, man, where's that other stupid? There we go. Based on that scan though, and it's like trapped in my feet. The future is not a single straight path stretching out from the past. The future is like countless grains of sand scattered outward from the present. So like when I see scans like this. And it makes me wonder, like, there are infinite timelines in Bleach by this context.
Easily.
Yeah. Though they may seem utterly different, each one of those countless grains is a future. To put in another way, each grain represents one of the countless possibilities, Ichigo. I enjoy speaking of hope. The reason I'm bringing this up because doesn't the Soul King encompass all of existence? Or just the general universe within that timeline. And I have the ability to gaze upon all those grains from on high. And what he means from on high is just from a higher plane or from a higher, viewpoint.
Yeah, using the Almighty, he can view all those timelines or possible futures and then alter them. Just like,
yeah, and it seems to, and like if we go off of what Mugetsu was implied, this isn't an outlier because nobody in Bleach can even touch Yuha. Like Yuha is Beerus, and everyone else is just Z fighters. That's kind of how Kubo's going about it.
except for Ichigo and Bankai, but even then, Yuha would outmax him.
Yeah, that's my gosh! The Dark Knight 47 has become a member thanks to J Rex giving another gifted membership. Wow, thank you so much. And I'm sorry if I hurt everyone's ears, man. Wow, man, thank you so much. You are killing it, bro. Chill. Hello, Amena Zebulon. Welcome to the stream. Wow, man. That thank you so much. That is crazy, fam. That is absolutely Jalekalukas Kabunga Box. Don't ask what the hell that means. Anyway, okay, you're gonna probably ask what it means. But anyway, yeah, I'm just only going. I know this is about Dragon Ball, but like I'm kind of just showing like an example of like interpretation is key. So like, I mean, this scan alone kind of tells us like Bleach they have a multiverse. All right, so let's paint this vividly. I think we should paint this vividly, shouldn't we, Stride?
Go
I
ahead.
meant to send this earlier, but this stream reminds me of when Scion Scholar said Mui Goku was one of the only unique characters in Super Lamel.
When the universe,
Oh
Goku's only
man.
the universe. Prince Boyd, I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Hey, I'm still not done with your scan, man. I still have to. Yo, J Rex with another gifted sub. Yo, you guys gotta chill, man. I can't breathe. Roz, this is you. You gotta be you. I swear. Next is Brian becoming a gifted sub member thanks to J Rex. Holy crap. That is awesome, guys. Thank you so much. God dang, man. I can't even move my mouse. It's like, it's getting bodied. Power scaling aside. God damn, what does box mean? Alright, see, so basically, it just means that Goku is like, I don't even know, man. Like, thank you so much. That's all I gotta say. Wow, you guys are God dang, bro! Chill! None of your business against saying power scaling is fine. I find it very unsatisfying that Frieza shows up, one boss from nowhere and then leaves. Feels way too fast in my honest opinion. I kind of get what you're saying. I do. It kind of leaves a salty taste in my mouth, especially because it's like, we're gonna take a break now, and it's just like, yo, bro, you can't just like, can't blue balls us like that. But to kind of give you guys an idea, and I'm going to go ahead and illustrate this in a very simple way. So give me one moment while I grab my tools together. All right, so guys, I'm going to show you exactly what I'm talking about, particularly on this stream, or as you can see on the screen right here. Bleach is divided onto like a similar cesspool. All right, so we obviously have a realm. We have a realm where souls exist. And this is the parallel universe, essentially. So one is a complete universe. It's unreasonable to think that it's just some plain universe. I mean, you got to be a crackhead to think it's just a plain universe. So shut up. It's not just a plain universe. That's like, it's not like a solar system size universe. If you think that, then no, you're a honko monkey. You're a Frieza. No, just kidding. But then we have the other side, which is known as the living world, all right? Now, I don't do Bleach scaling. I'm more of a cosmology scaler the more I realize. But the fact is, these have their own separate space-time continuum. How do you know? Because the Dangai. Ain't that right, Stride? Stride, please describe the Dangai that separates them.
So basically, the Dangai is a temporal dimension that completely separates the world of the living to the Soul Society. So we know that the world of the living and the Soul Society are separated by an entire temporal dimension.
Yup. Very good. Thank you. And again,
And not to mention, in the earlier chapters of Bleach and in a data book, they actually refer to both realms as being two sides of the same coin and parallel worlds. So they're just both like parallel, if you want to interpret them as universes separately, both parallel universal structures that are connected to each other by the Dangai, which separates them, but also sort of connects them, I guess.
like a macrocosm.
But the realms themselves physically are separate, yeah.
Yeah, so almost like a macrocosm, to a degree. And then there's also pocket dimensions. Now, wasn't there a talk about Hueco Mundo being infinite, and that was not a mistranslation, or was it seemingly infinite?
I think it was Infinite Sand or Endless Night Sky in one of the data books.
Right. So, I mean, Bleach, don't get it twisted. We're not going to jump the gun and say Bleach characters are destroying planets. But then again, we got to remember, it's not a show like Dragon Ball where it takes place in space. This is the only planet they live on, so we're not going to jump the gun. But we do have to factor in that there are indications that they do have those threats. But we also have to factor in that the way you got to look at most of the characters like Yuha is that you see, all right, so you got like a human, and then you got a Soul Reaper. Now, the gaps in power are not infinite. They just exist on, one is astral. All right, so one is a 3D human. The other is a 4D astral being. Now, just because they're 4D doesn't mean they're infinitely beyond 3D. All right? That's not how Bleach treats them. They're just going with the same Japanese mythology they usually do before with the living world and so on. But the thing that Aizen is saying is that he transcended Soul Reapers to the point where they can't even sense him anymore. Now, Aizen obviously isn't no higher dimensional being. He's still where he is. But he's just saying that I'm so much above you that you're not even close to my level. Now, people may say, oh, but he was breaking mountains with a slash. He's nowhere near that strong. All right, first off, that's just like suppressed. All right? So get that, don't get that twisted. Because if you honestly, oh my goodness, thank you, J Rex, again with the $2 donation. Which one do you think wins, water or soda? Water wins if you need electrolytes, but soda wins if you just finish eating some dried chicken wings. I appreciate the donation, J Rex. Man, all right, bro, you gotta chill, bro, because now you starting to become Roz. Roz is a sniper or something, man. Thank you so much. Wow. Holy crap. I do want to say the way I look at it, and Stride, you could please give your input, is that Yuha is kind of like, just like Mugetsu Ichigo is on a level where Aizen can't even interpret him. We can either interpret this as Ichigo. Yeah, we can either interpret this as Ichigo truly being like a true 4D essence. Because Ichigo, I know people's like, Ichigo took damage, but you also can argue Ichigo didn't even know how to use his power. But even outside of that, the thing is that the way we look at it is like nobody could even come next to Aizen. Didn't a human literally cease to exist because they stood next to Aizen?
Yup. Yeah, they literally just died on the spot trying to interact with Aizen.
And they didn't go to the Soul Society either because their soul and their essence got crushed. So every part of them got erased. So imagine that. So then you have to factor in Ichigo and Yuha kind of sit on the. Let me draw a big mustache. Yeah. This guy. All right, so Ichigo and Yuha kind of sit on a level where like nobody in the entire series is touching them. Nobody. And the only one who even attempts even close is like Aizen, if I recall, right? And even he's not even comparable, right? If I recall.
In terms of power, I don't think so. Aizen can affect him using his Kyoka Suigetsu, but Yuha was going to absorb him once he caught him lacking.
Yeah. And so, although we're not going to sit there and say Yuha nukes multiple millions of infinite timelines and stuff like that, it's just to give an idea that their prowess goes beyond just universal awareness. So basically what we're saying is they may not be destroying cosmic essences, but it does seem to interpret that they are aware of cosmic essences in that case. And that their hacks and abilities allow them to fight cosmic level beings, especially because some of them... Which one of them has durability negation again? I'm kind of forgetting. Because it was like some essence...
What do you mean, durability negation? Like almost all of them do, with Reiatsu crushing?
That is one thing, but I've noticed one more thing that kind of had a similar to cutting dimensions. Because I know because Ukiura could just open them with a tap of his finger. So I recall they can cut holes in dimensions, right? Because Vasto Larde...
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, because Vasto Larde was going to crush the entire dimension. So, like, they can crush hyperspatial walls, which is kind of similar to how Saitama necessarily can't destroy infinite space, but he could definitely grab a 4D object, technically. Or 3.5D.
Yeah, and Ichigo can bust out of dimensions. Ukiura can bust out of dimensions, you know. Like Caja Negacion that Grimmjow used to steal Ukiura away in. Ukiura just busted out of that in base. In the Fullbringer arc, Ginjo locked Ichigo away in like a fake Karakura Town digital rendition. And Ichigo, just by going Bankai, he just destroyed all of it. You can argue the size of it being just a fake replica of the world of the living. You see sunlight, you see a sky. So, you know, you can debate whether or not like the size of those dimensions. And you could also argue for Las Noches also being a dimension within the palace itself, because Aroniero, the 10th Espada, actually, no, that's Yami. The 9th Espada actually says that they built a sun in Las Noches. Yeah. So it isn't just a regular palace. You can just say that there's a dimension within Las Noches that contains a star. And guess what? Any Espada, by releasing a Gran Rey Cero, or an Espada ranked 4 and below, like Ukiura, Holybell, Stark, and Yami, and Baragon, they can destroy Las Noches just by transforming.
Right. So like it kind of seems like the narrative is pointing at the idea of it seems like the narrative is pointing at the idea of Bleach characters definitely being beyond the planetary, definitely having cosmic level awareness and such to some degree, based on how they're trying to go about the story. They just don't explore
Yeah,
space because there's more of a spiritual mythological aspect, kind of like
I
Sinbad,
think yeah,
and
yeah.
Maji.
I think the
Yeah,
way Kubo's writing it is that like he interprets Shinigami as like these, of course, transcendent, not in like the actual dimensional sense,
yeah, not
astral
like
beings that can like destroy a lot. They're just super big, boom, boom, strong. Kubo, he just thinks they're big, boom, boom, strong. They can warp space and time using Pato number 90. Oh my god. He just thinks that they're like literal death gods. Like
yeah.
he doesn't think of them as like regular mortals. He thinks of Shinigamis as literal death gods with the way the narrative sort of goes about it. Now, I'm not saying that regular ass Shinigamis are like 4D or anything like that. I'm just saying that the way Kubo sort of writes Shinigamis in the series, like captains and transcendent beings,
Right.
is that of a literal deity.
Exactly. And that's why I like want to go into like that's why we were talking about the interpretational aspect, because a lot of fictions kind of have this area where they could just become very very powerful and be interpreted in many different ways. So it just depends solely on the fiction itself and how they want to explore that. Thank you so much for that, Stry. I appreciate it because that really helped give some clarity on Bleach as well. I kind of wanted to just kind of put that out there to kind of show people that if you know the cosmology, you know the context, this is the importance of author's intent, because sometimes people show it differently. Like and Maji or Magi or
Oh,
whatever.
bro. Let me drop you something crazier. You know the
Oh
Garganta?
shoot! Yep, go on.
Bro, it's a void that literally surrounds all the
What do you
dimensions
think
in Bleach.
Goku's lifting
Whoa, whoa, whoa,
strength is
whoa,
in terms
whoa.
of battles terms? Like it's crazy to
The
think Goku
Garganta is
can
a
blink
void
Luffy
that
away,
surrounds
but
all the
will lose in a
dimensions in
wrestling
Bleach.
match against him.
Yo, thank you so much, the Dark Knight, for the for the $10 donation. Let's go. Thank you so much, Dark Knight, for the $10 donation. To answer your question real quick, let me see here. What do you think of Goku's lifting strength in terms of versus battle terms? Like it's crazy to think Goku can blink Luffy away, but will lose in a wrestling match against him. Uh, well, where did they have him at? That is something also interesting to think about because, as far as I'm concerned, I don't think Goku's weak at all. I'm pretty sure Goku's one of the, if not the strongest characters in history for most anime. Like if we're talking like anime, like animated stuff, I don't think there's Goku's like top 5 above Kami Tenchi, which is an anime, above like many other characters. So like it depends, cause I might have to check it out. So let me go ahead and look at where Versus Battle Wiki places him at, which I'll do in just a moment.
Mm.
Sorry, I was just kind of
Yeah, your boy is dropping meteor donations.
yeah, I know. Like you gotta chill, man. I appreciate it though greatly, but yeah. So to give you an idea, based on what I can see, is let me go ahead and pull up his page. So give me just a little bit. Meanwhile, enjoy this little quick picture of Goku I'm probably going to be drawing on stream right now. Let's see here, something like that. Let me see. I think I can. Yeah, let's make his nose a little bit more. Something like that. Yeah, there we go. Yeah. All right, and then we're gonna keep the line skinny. And there we go, like that. Maybe I could use a little bit of more work on how I'm drawing Goku, but you know,
BTW quick question, do you think Silver could defend the future from Black and Zamasu? Loki just wanted to dono again.
Yo, thank you so much, Prince Boy, for the a $5 donation. That's a really good question. I would like to. Oh my gosh! God dang! None of your business coming in with another $4.99 donation. That is freaking. That is Atari.exe had just been broken. Dun. But yeah, like wow. Hold on. Let me stop right there. Vegeta killing a planet. Vegeta trying to lift 1,000 tons. That's what I'm saying. I did a video on that before about why that's wrong. Because we'll go over that in just a bit. All right. So first and foremost, guys, let's talk. All right. Versus battle wiki Goku. All right. Let's look up Goku's lifting strength. All right. So we're gonna look up the main manga. I think. The main manga? Is this the main manga? It's the main manga. Is it manga? Yeah, it's a manga. Alright, so let's go ahead and look at that. Give me one moment, chat. Man.
Hey, it's alright. I gotta dip, man. I gotta start laying down, get ready for work.
Absolutely.
In the morning.
Oh, yeah, man. Dang, it's already 11! But alright, thank you so much, freaking Roz. God dang it. Thank you, Geese. I mean, Roz. For coming through this, for coming through the stream and being so supportive. Love you, bro. You have a great night, man. Thank you again.
I'm head out as well. You can call me back in whenever you want. You know, ATARi.
All right, fam. So, guys,
All right,
it's just
see
gonna
you
be
later.
All right, guys, take care. All right, fams. So let's go ahead and look a little bit close at this right here before I call it a day. What is it? All right, hold on. There we go. All right, so what does this say? This says here that Goku is lifting strength M class. Wait, what? M class? All right, hold up. Lifting category versus battle wiki. M class. Let's see. M. Wait, M class, the weight of the larger ship. Oh, hell no! They just say he's a weight, he can only lift a ship? The same Goku who holds back interstellar objects that have enough weight to sink into the planet like Trunks did against Frieza? Are you mad? Oh, heck no. Goku's lifting strength is far beyond that. Theoretically, Goku's strength is going to be able to be around the galactic... It's literally in the universal ranges, to the infinite. Now, maybe in his regular body, like, because his striking strength... Now, let's say, all right, his striking strength, whatever, and his striking strength and such should be in the immeasurable paths because of how much he can generate in forms of his ki. Remember, Goku could tank punches that hold enough weight and mass and force to destroy universes. In the face! In the face! So I don't see any reason why he wouldn't be up there. Now, if we're talking about verbatim what he has lifted, he's still going to be able to lift at least the weight of the Earth, bare minimum, or the moon and such, small planets. He should be. There's no reason he can't be at that level. I don't know what they were thinking when they didn't give him those interpretations for being way stronger than that. So that's a problem, and that's a big L on their end. They should be weight class L for that. So that's already completely wrong. But anyway, guys, I'm just going to say this. Goku could definitely lift more. Prince Boy, to answer your question, if Silver had to deal with Zamasu and Goku Black, he would get folded. Without the Chaos Emeralds, he would have no way to actually be able to combat such titans of power. Especially characters who are sitting at that level of stellar power. So I would say that is very easy there. But overall, guys, I think this is a good area to kind of cease the stream. And I really want to do that because I definitely need to get further ahead of some other projects I got going on. But I do want to say thank you everyone who stopped by the stream. Bless you guys all. You guys have been great. You guys are amazing. Thank you again for the... Oh my goodness. God dang, bro. You know, none of your business trying not to let me lead the goddamn stream, man. How to be high 3A for a faster than light character. Pick up a rock and run at light speed. Drop light speed. Mass a light speed has infinite energy. Profit. Exactly, none of your business. So if the fiction follows that theory, They actually can. And to give you an idea, I will go ahead and pull up one more feat to kind of show that. So, Cyborg 009 versus Devilman, respect. So, I'll pull up this respect thread because we kind of read about it before. Let me show you what happens is, so, what happens is when Joe Shimamura and Devilman were running at light speed, by the way, I want to show exactly what they were able to do. So, when their power, they're running so fast. Joe's power and the demon's power have become one, and our universes have become one too. And the reason is because if you look at it, you have to look at their battle. Let me see here. Not that feat. There's another feat. Light speed. God dang it, bro. Go back. Go back. All right. So yeah, let's see here. Teams up with Devilman. Let me see here. Nope. Devilman side. Destroying building. Second clash. Teams up. Nope. Not that one. Let's see. Is that Ground Zero from the atomic bomb? Fights Joker. Keep up with his accelerated modes. Nope. Not that one. Second clash. Fights. There's a feat where they were running. Oh yeah, this one. I think it's this one. But it doesn't show exactly, but there's a feat where they was talking about if the professor talks about if Einstein was here, he would be amazed. He approaching the light. So basically, yeah, here it is, acceleration, and then he goes, and then as they start racing, because I'm trying to see the battle, like where does it go at? All right, nope, not there. All right, let me see here. I gotta remember which feat it was, but there's literally a feat where they're running, and they actually, yeah, here we go. This one, acceleration. So right here, when they're both running, it says we couldn't get involved even if we wanted to. So this is important because it said originally we existed in a different universe, but right now at this moment, our two universes are joined. If that's the case, then we have to stop this. That is impossible. This mixed universe is the future, not the past. What are you saying? And as you can see, Joe and them are moving. And it's saying with Devilman and Joe, it says, look, they're coming back. What? They went around the Earth? If Einstein were here, I'd love to show him this. Joe is getting closer to the light. So basically, he's saying Joe and Devilman are literally approaching light speed. And that's when they say Joe and the demon's power have become one and our universes have become one too. And then at that point, they go into the statements of saying that future, that world was something that that me and you made. If we fight now, that world of the future will become a reality. And he's like, I'm from an orphanage. I don't remember going to a school like this. And I have no knowledge of the past that came after that future either. In other words, your universe and our universe has become one. So literally took a low multiverse structure and made it into a greater structure. Because of your power and Joe's power. The F? Who are you? I mean, did that baby just talk? So, I only have Andre in the chat with me. Andre, what do you think of that? Okay, guess he. I don't know if he. Andre, are you there?
Yeah, I think it's a pretty good feat.
Yeah, because you could see that Joe, when they actually hit light speed, they actually have infinite power. So that right there is a feat to kind of showcase that.
So it's like the infinite mass theory.
Yeah, it's like infinite mass punch from the Flash, but better. But yeah, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed that. I hope you guys had some fun in the stream. The stream was absolutely amazing. Everyone who participated in it, I gotta thank you guys so much. You guys are a blessing. You guys are awesome. And again, I just want to say I appreciate everyone who stopped by. And again, thanks for the great questions. None of your business. Thanks for the great questions. The Dark Knight, Prince Boyd, J Rex being a legend, donating up to 6 different memberships to stream. and several donations throughout the entire stream. And of course, none of your business just dropping bombs all over the place, man. These guys literally just went alter ego for Gogeta and Goku. Harvado, also thank you as well. Roz, you're not here, but thank you as well. And everyone else, just thank you so much for everything that has happened. Again, I want to give you guys a big thank you once again. And that should be it. So we will be ending the stream right here. I think it was 6 or 5. It tells me here. It says 6 new members because you yourself was one. So, but regardless, thank you guys so much. This is going to be ATARi HB heading out from the stream because it is getting late and I do have to make sure I rest up for tomorrow. But thank you guys so much. I'm signing off. Peace.